Dear Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, I would like to congratulate you on behalf of the United Nations Development Programme to the establishment of the center, but also like to thank you for the opportunity to address you with a short statement. The UNDP stands for the implementation in the UN family. We are implementing work on the ground. We are here in Serbia present with 70 plus staff working on development activities that put people in the center of development. The United Nations Development Programme has conducted a water sector assessment some time ago, about 1.5 years ago, where we took a human development angle on the water sector, or a human rights angle if you want. We have identified key issues that need the urgent attention of the government of Serbia in general to be addressed in terms of water issues. First of all, access to water. Now, if you look from outside, it's not obvious. Serbia seems to be abundantly serviced with water resources. That is true, but if you look closer into the issue, you realize there is still some way to go. We have not always equitable access to water. There are parts of the population, vulnerable parts, that have not sustainable access to water. And especially if we talk about water quality, we are not yet there where I think a nation in Europe, close to Europe, in the vicinity of the European Union should be. So there's a lot to be done still. Obviously, we are there to help, and we are discussing with national partners, both governmental and non-governmental, on how to address these issues. The second area that we had identified as a priority area is the whole issue about municipal level service delivery on water and wastewater issues and sanitation aspects. It is a question of capacity, and we saw a graphic as well on how many engineers are out there. It's a question of capacity building, strengthening what is around. It's a question also, for example, water quality monitoring. There is gaps in the data. It has been in the past very nice and very good covered, but there is gaps. This needs to be filled as well. There's a lot to do, but then there is also the whole question about the affordability, about the cost recovery of municipal services to give access to water and sanitation services. So we're also talking about water prices, the whole regulatory issues, and that's another area where we stand ready and actually are supporting both national and municipal level authorities in moving forward. And then the third area, the new one, the obvious one, climate change or climate variability, I would rather like to name it. We have gotten a sense of it a little bit here in Serbia in the summer. We had, there were areas in Serbia that didn't have a raindrop for 4 months almost. The yield this year in different crops is destroyed by 50 to 80%, depending on which crop. So this is kind of just a sense on how it could be. And obviously, I mean, I don't have to tell you how important the water issues are linked to climate variabilities in the system. So there's another issue that needs to be addressed soon and needs to be addressed in depth. We're talking here about preparedness for what could come. This is not only on climate issues, it's also on short-term issues, the flooding. We're seeing what happens in New York right now, and on the East Coast in general. So I think that today's conference, the title, what I've seen, and the presentations that I'm very much looking forward to are very much linked to these issues. At least the last two are interlinked anyway, and are talking about adaptive water governance or adaptive water management. And I think this is it's a good time, it's a good sign as well to have this center now established. We here in Serbia are looking very much forward to cooperation with the center, but with all the other actors as well, and help in Serbia, but also in the region, to move ahead into the future with good water governance, adaptive water governance, and a comprehensive approach to the issues of water and sanitation. Thank you very much for your attention.